We all grew up learning about the curse of Nan O'Neill. The curse of Nan O'Neill, the great Cork woman. After an unfortunate incident at Cork Harbour, wasn't she cursed by a witch to die an immediate and terrible death? Now, I usually wouldn't believe in that kind of thing, but just 40 years later after the curse, didn't she die? And you've heard of the curse of the Mayo footballers.
Yeah.
The curse that Andy Moore has to play until he's 101 years old. But there is a new sporting curse. The curse of the Drake. Of course, Drake meaning male duck. That's a fact. That's what the word Drake means. So this man has named himself after a duck. And he is a rapper. And they all have crazy names. Are you familiar with any of the local rappers? You know my neighbour Shane Ryan. Yeah. He goes as Slim Shaney. And of course the chef in the Shamrock Lounge, Soup Dog. And his gay brother is a singer now as well, Puff Paddy. Them rappers, see, the problem with them boys is they be at home now snorting hash and licking glue. You wouldn't be right, you wouldn't be well after it. Cousin of mine snorted hash once. And when he woke up the next day, he was colourblind. That's a fact. That is a fact. Which is an issue because he's a guard. And I said, how do you manage the traffic lights? And he said, well, the top light means stop, the bottom one means go, and the middle one means go like fuck. So this duck rapper, right, the Drake, he became an ambassador for his local basketball team in Canada.
Soup Dog.
Soup Dog, bite. His cousin Huey's. And every time he went to a big match for the basketball team, he'd go and he'd cheer him on. He'd say, on the boys. And they'd lose. They'd fucking lose all the basketball games that he went to. I said, like, but sure, what is he shouting in? He's probably shouting in the wrong stuff. I tell you, I was watching our junior A's playing against Rovers down the field. And I gave the Rovers team such abuse that day. I got man in the match. And I wasn't even togged off. I fucking abused every one of them, right? So the duck man, he supported Serena Williams in 2015 when she got knocked out of the US Open by a 300-1 outsider. And he was having tea with the soccer player Sergio Aguero in London. And their very next game, Sergio Aguero kicked a penalty wide and his team Manchester City had a shock defeat to Spurs. Then the boys Paris Saint-Germain, the soccer team, few of them lads had a photo with him, and in their very next game they lost 5-1, which would be unusual because most of the French soccer teams are dirt. And he was in Conor McGregor's corner when the Dubliner tapped out. He had a photo with Anthony Joshua, and they said on it, I was talking to him on Twitter, we're going to break the curse. Next fight, Joshua was bet up by a lad who, I swear to God, he was tipping out my wheelie bin a month before. Andy Ruiz. He used to be a fucking bin man with the council. He went out and poked the head off Anthony Joshua. He's a big lad.
Big lad, yeah.
He got two arses, that fella. Front and back. So, big man. So there's multiple other cases of this, the Drake curse, right? But it may finally have been broken because his beloved basketball team, the Toronto Raptors, won the American All-Ireland. And he was delighted. But many people still believe the Duckman is cursed. So I have put his name in for the Kilkenny job. Now,